In Taiwan, the flood season begins in May as townships and cities across the nation run drills and prepare for floods. We examine the progress and effectiveness of central government's 8-year $2.6 billion flood prevention fund. Meanwhile, the government is going ahead with the new 6-year $2.2 billion flood prevention fund. Will all this money end up as water under the bridge? We find out more in our next report.
Mudslide evacuation drill. Flood evacuation drill. And helicopter evacuation drill. In Taiwan, every year right before the flood season arrives, every township and city will make the necessary preparation.
It all depends on the location. If the flood bank bursts closer to the city center, we have to know what kind of equipment and manpower we can bring in. So we have to know our jurisdiction well and run drills.
Though disaster drills help, what Taiwan citizens would most like to know is what happened to the government's 8-year $2.6 billion flood prevention fund. According to the Water Resources Agency, 1,150 square kilometers of the country is prone to flooding. The fund was supposed to strengthen 500 square kilometers, but ended up strengthening 538 square kilometers, which leaves 612 square kilometers to be fortified.
Compared to the recorded flood depth and scale in the past, all areas that have been treated have shown dramatic improvements.
The agency says that to date, 403 kilometers of storm drain have been completed, while 30 detention ponds and 80 pumping stations in low-lying areas have been built.
To the south is Bazang River, and to the north is Longgong River.
Here in the low-lying Xinwen area in Budai Jiayi, we can see a new pumping station and elevated flood banks along the shores of Longgong River. Also, for the first time, an abandoned salt evaporation pond has been converted to hold excess floodwaters.
We have made 2 detention pools. Pool A is 42 hectares, while Pool B is 34 hectares.
Meanwhile, Jiayi's Sigu Township has decided to erect a terrain dam instead of concrete dikes to fight floods. Non-governmental organizations, however, do not believe that more pumping stations and higher dams are the answers to flood prevention.
We believe we can divert rivers and strengthen our flood prevention measures by going through our formulas and calculations. But these are all futile when Mother Nature strikes back with a vengeance.
We have to readjust our field of floods. When rivers flow down from the mountains, there will be congestion points as they hit the plains. If we can somehow create a space there to hold the excess waters, we can reduce the effects of flooding downstream.
Last year, Typhoon Conrad only brushed past eastern Taiwan, but the 5 counties and cities in southwestern Taiwan, which had already applied 41.7% of their flood funds, all experienced severe flooding. It makes one wonder if the government's new 6-year $2.2 billion flood prevention project will be effective at all.